How many times I gotta tell your ass that nobody gives a fuck what you gotta say? What's going on, people? We are back with another reaction. It's your boy Ace of Shaq. I said that backwards to how I normally say it. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm about to like this video straight away. Today, you guys have seen what we're about to react to. This is going to be my first ever time watching the Beatles perform. Now, the Beatles are one of those groups I never, like, when I say no one ever showed me the Beatles, I knew about them. Of course, I knew about the picture in Liverpool on the crossing. But nobody ever showed me the Beatles. I don't even think I've heard a John Lennon song. I've only, I guess, I would say in the last 10 years or 15 years, I think I listened to my first Beatles song, which was, I don't remember what. I think I've only listened to like one or two Beatles songs, you know. I don't remember what the song was called that I listened to. It was kind of cool. But yeah, this is another group that I know. Beatles are the biggest. I don't know, man. You got Elvis, Michael Jackson, and the Beatles, in my opinion. After those three, no one can touch those three. Elvis, Michael Jackson, and the Beatles, no one's touching them. I feel like One Direction nearly got to that stage. I think One Direction nearly got to that stage, but yeah, it was, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Did One Direction, if you know about One Direction, because I feel like One Direction was huge when they were running up and down. But yeah, so today we're about to check out the Beatles. I want to hold your hand performed on the Ed Sullivan show. It looks like everybody performed on the damn Ed Sullivan show back in the day. Jesus. Every time I'm seeing like one of these performers, and I'm doing the reactions, it's always on the Ed Sullivan show. So I'm guessing the Ed Sullivan show was a huge show back in the day. But just to know, the Beatles, a group from they were from Liverpool, right? Were they from Liverpool? But they were from the UK anyway. A group from the UK became so famous, became the biggest group in existence. Is mind-boggling to me. So this one is in 1964, before my mom was even born, as a matter of fact. So let's check this one out and see what they're doing. I know the Beatles is Jesse McCartney or McCarthy, John Lennon, but I don't know how many members are in the Beatles. Let's just watch. Oh, there's four of them. Okay, I got two of them right.
Oh yeah, tell you something. I think you'll understand.
At least they got microphones.
When say that something, I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
You know what's weird, not weird but unique right now? The fact that the drummer is even wearing a suit. Like the fact that everyone's wearing a suit is unique to me, because I feel like these days I don't think a band, especially a drummer, would be wearing a suit. And the fact that like everybody's playing guitar and everybody's kind of doing, you know, something to contribute to the group is really cool. This song at the moment, I like how it's like melodic, and it's completely different from Elvis that I saw. Elvis was going crazy. And the Beatles were kind of like melodic, and I feel like this is music that I feel like your parents at the time could listen to and still like not have a problem. Whereas Elvis was shocking and jiving. I feel like Elvis, your parents gonna watch Elvis and be like, what in the world is this?
Tell you something, I think you'll understand.
John Lennon and
when I say that something,
I think Paul McCartney's the one on the far left,
I
right?
wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
I can imagine so many people didn't have a TV. That's John McCartney. Paul McCartney, right?
You let me hold
Young
your
boy.
hand. You let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
I like the sound, man.
And when I touch you, I feel happy inside.
This just reminds me of the 60s. It just gives me the 60s feeling. Yeah, I don't know. This just gives me the 60s feeling, man. One day they're gonna invent a time machine, and I hope I'm alive when it happens, because I don't know. At this moment, I'm able to kind of go back in time, um, through this and watching this for the first time, with you guys. But I don't know. I want to know like what society was like, what was going on at the time, what was life like, what were people going through, how did people listen to this? Like there wasn't CDs and cassette tapes at the time. Like people had to listen to this on vinyls, which I actually want to buy. I do want to buy a vinyl player actually, because I feel like vinyl sound is incredible. But yeah, it always plays on my mind like what were people going through, like what were the times like? Why did the Beatles get so famous? Like, what did people think when they first heard about them? And what was the anticipation for like a new Beatles track? And again, this is at the same time Elvis was still going down. Elvis was still performing, and I think Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 might have been coming up. I think Jackson 5 was a little bit after this, little bit, but I think the Jackson 5 were in the 60s as well. It's crazy, Adam. That's one of the biggest things. Uh-oh. She knows this song.
I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand.
Uh-oh, mommy's out there too. I was like, hey, listen, you know these 60s, back in these days, yeah, she might even be like a teenager. Some of these women, or even some of the men, like, I might look at her and be like, oh, she's 30 something. You mess around, she's like 16. Some of the like hairstyles and the way people dress just look super, make them look older. How old are the Beatles as well at this time? I think they started when they were like teenagers, but I don't know if they were teenagers. She's having the best time of her damn life. Oh, she's still alive now. Shout out.
When I touch you, I feel happy inside.
I love how their voices are
It's
different melodies
such
as
a
well.
feeling that my love
Very
I
such a
can't
nice
hide.
This is the niggas looking around the car like, yo,
And you
they really cheering for
got
us.
that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
Oh, I'm about to deep dive into the Beatles. I like this tune right here. Woo! There's just women in that crowd. There's just women in that crowd. Oh, the Beatles. Okay. I like that. That was a good introduction to the Beatles. Yeah, man, the Beatles again. They sound like the 60s to me. When I think of the 60s, that's exactly what kind of sound comes to mind. Again, they seem really cool and chill, and something that you can listen to while your parents are around and everybody can like enjoy the song and have a good time. So I could kind of see why they became like one of the biggest things in existence. Um, but yeah, what's your favorite Beatles song, man? I'm trying to go down these rabbit holes of music history that I ended up missing as a kid. I mean, the Beatles and Elvis are like 50s and 60s, so it makes sense why I would miss it. But um, I'm just appreciative that I can actually go back in time a little bit and find these artists for the first time and actually like navigate through their career with you guys and with people that were there at the time. And I feel like for you guys watching, it's interesting seeing someone of my age watching these groups for the first time and seeing like what does he think? What would someone of that's young think about the Beatles, and I feel like some of you are surprised that like somebody of my age feels the same way that you might have felt at the time. They were really cool. I really liked them. Um, Again, really chilled, really cool, and just something that I feel like I would be able to show my parents if I lived at that time. You know, my parents wouldn't have something negative to say. It's not, they're not shocking and jiving. It's not about sex. It's not about. It's a good feeling song. So really really like that, and yeah, we'll see how going down the Beatles rabbit hole goes. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you guys for subscribing. We hit 14,000. Let's try and get to 15,000. My goal for this year. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Make sure I'm your boy Ace of Shaq. You guys are my players. Thank guys. Peace.